Earlier tonight, I spoke with criminal defense attorney Mark Geragos, asking him if he thinks or why he thinks Ashlee Buzzard has been released. This is what he told me.
Oh, I think she was released because, frankly, if her little girl was not missing, they never would have filed this second case. This case, you actually characterized that case the most accurately of anybody I've seen in the media. The supposed box cutter was in the vicinity. It wasn't used. She turned the locks. That normally is what we call a DA reject. However, in this case, I believe that what the cops were doing is they figured we're going to arrest her, we're going to keep her in custody, and hopefully we'll get some more information out of her. And you just played the relative kind of lamenting the fact that she was released, and I understand it's an understandable emotion. I have said since the beginning of this has all the earmarks to me of a custody dispute, but if there are no custody papers, meaning there isn't a custody order, there's nothing for the police to arrest her on. And I'm hopeful that that's what this is. I'm hopeful that the best case scenario is, and what to my mind is maybe a likely scenario, is that she has taken this little girl and to someplace out of state because of a custody dispute, and that the little girl is staying and being taken care of by somebody. It wouldn't surprise me if the officers or the investigators actually have a pretty good idea of where she is.
Okay, and first of all, props to our producer, Mia Balvin-Cuesta, for the accuracy in that reporting. But I want to ask, do you believe there's a good chance that Melodee is still alive? Are you hopeful about that?
I actually am. I've been accused of being Pollyannish in this, but normally in these kinds of cases, and where there is a custody dispute, which I suspected initially, and I'm told since this has come about that there is, that is generally the genesis of these things. So I'm hopeful that that's what it is. Somebody is kind of having mental health challenges, and that hopefully she'll be back and with somebody or one family member who at some point safe and sound.
Yeah, what do you make of these details? So we see the man here, Tyler Brewer, saying he suspects that Melodee is somewhere in Utah. He claims that Buzzard told him where that is, where the 9-year-old was dropped off, and with whom. With who. He's also concerned that information may not be true, he says, because of Ashlee's mental history and recent behavior as well. We hear both of Melodee's grandmothers also alluding to Ashlee having a history of mental health issues. How does this information fit into what you believe happened here?
Well, what the information he was told is consistent with what my gut reaction would be. I don't know that I don't have any special insight other than I've seen this movie before. The mental health issues, you know, one of the reasons I assiduously avoid family law is because you see the worst of people in family law, and it challenges their mental health, especially when there's a custody issue. And people act in ways that you never would expect them in other aspects of their life. So that's part of why I think there are so many challenges here. But law enforcement, like I said, I can think of one way they have tracked her, or presumably tracked her with a phone. They've got the GPS locations. They can then take where she stopped, where they last saw her with the child. They can there's certain kinds of analysis, data analysis that they can do at that point. And then they've got whatever Tyler told them. You combine all of that together, it does not surprise me that they've got a pretty good idea where she is.
Yeah, and very quickly, I mean, do you think that investigators will be using the charges related to that man, Tyler Brewer, to leverage information about the whereabouts of Melodee? How will they be using this case?
Well, I think that's exactly right, because I think based on everything I've heard from the outside, it is not a case they normally, that a prosecutor normally bring. This is something just to, I've used the expression, to sweat her out, to get her to say something. She's on a monitor. She's not going to leave anywhere. And I think that by doing that, they can do a prosecution by proxy.
We thank Mark Geragos for joining us tonight.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.